No one to play with? There's always PartyPoker.com.
Welcome back to the PartyPoker.com World Open. It's the online qualifier from across the pond, Lawrence Bonnet, who's out in front. Playing poker for just a year, winning his entry into this tournament is a big achievement, and he's showing the pros how it's done.
Blind still 2 and 4,000, Kenna, but the early knockout plus short stack pretty much means that there's chips to go around between the top four.
Well, the action already hot, fast, and furious, and nobody likes to be the first one out. So after that first one goes, tonight it was Kevin O'Connell. Sometimes the action opens up even further. Let's see if that happens.
No raise.
I think one thing that's definitely happened here, looking at this blind on blind, is that Schriebman feeling very good, while Luke Patton there just shifting ever so slightly uncomfortably in his seat. He loves to dominate the action, and that certainly hasn't happened yet, Kenna, has it?
No, but he's flopped a double belly buster, what we call a double belly buster. A 4 makes him a straight or an 8 makes him a straight, and what's great about a double belly buster is if you make it, your hand remains hidden, and you can extract a lot of chips from your opponent.
Cool.
Yeah, and Luke Patton is definitely on your wavelength because he's peeling off. Oh, wow.
And there it is. You can see that he's made the straight, but it's very difficult to put your opponent on 6-7.
Patton slow playing to get paid. A 5 would be his dream card. And that's not bad. All of a sudden, 9s and 5s look good enough to pay off.
Absolutely. 12,000, the bet by Patton, and easily called by Schriebman. Oh, what is that?
5's take it.
Oh, he's got a straight on it.
Straight. Jeez, I'm sorry.
You know,
Did he not realize he made the straight?
I think that's what definitely happened because Luke Patton is the last guy in the world who would slow roll.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
he thought that he was bluffing, Kenna.
Lucky he turned his hand face up and did not throw it at the muck, or he would have lost. How about that?
And I wonder if Jeff Schriebman.
Cousins married.
I've just won.
Nobody
It's all
as
right.
shocked as Patton, as you can see
Yeah, look
at
how
that
wide
series
his
of
eyes
development. I won that hand? You mean I won? I got called and I won? I was bluffing? He's like a squirrel that just found a whole bag of nuts.
Yeah. Pearl of gold.
That is
Wow,
clearer
let's
than
re-look at this hand, Jesse May.
Yeah, that is strange as a quail's egg there. Patton makes a straight on the turn, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You said that those straights are hidden, Ken. It was so hidden he didn't see it. And straight beaten 2 pairs. But he takes the pot because he turned his hand over.
Really shouldn't be so happy. After 21 years of thinking I was fantastic in bed, just found out the wife's got asthma.
I had to pause for that thought. Always have to pause for the thoughts coming from Howard Platt. You never know what's going to come out of his mouth.
Bonnet's on 7 deuce, but he was waiting to try and figure out a punchline. And there's been all in here from Mark Heron, who I think was just looking for first look in here, Kenna, and he's unfortunately found it at a very bad time.
He'll be looking at pocket kings from Schriebman,
Re-raise.
who's going to, what we call, isolate him.
Pass.
Mark Heron may very well have 2 kings figuring in his nightmares this evening.
Yeah. Has been his nemesis, the kings, sending him to what looks like an execution.
He's in shock. He's like,
It sounded like the king was
I think he said, "Just
trembling
kill me."
through the
Oh
studio
my!
there.
Oh my! A flopped flush for Heron. And,
Wow, but now Schriebman has the king of clubs, so a club on the Turner River will give him a higher flush. Just when you think you're out of the woods, you're not. You got to dodge 2 more cards.
8 of clubs would make Heron a straight flush, but he'd rather see anything red.
Yep, a red 9. One more card to dodge. From Mark Heron, we go to the river.
Unlucky, buddy.
And a bit of a seat swivel there for Mark Heron.
Wow.
It's interesting. He couldn't crack the kings with the aces, but with the 7-10 of clubs, it was all over on the flop.
You can never figure this game out, can you, Jesse May? Just when you think you got it figured out, it shows you a new wrinkle. Mark Heron getting creative with the 10-7 of clubs, stays in and doubles up to 38,000 now.
That one shows 6 in my hand.
It's not an ace. Nope.
Pass. All in. 26,000.
Big red splash from Heron. It's a real hand. But Schriebman caught him with pocket kings before, and now with the 2 jacks, he says he always seems to have a hand.
Sure does. Heron now all in once again with the ace-queen of spades. Only Lawrence Bonet to take a peek at his cards.
Walked into a big pair again.
Pass.
And it's
kings
not
again,
the
though.
worst situation from Heron. Not as bad as before. He's got a race here, Kenneth, for
Sure does.
in or out. And if he can win this pot, it'll be the biggest stack he's had since the very beginning. If
Right.
he can't,
He'll be on his way home. Howard Plant calling Schreibman's hand before he turned it over. Ace-queen of spades. The next best thing to not flopping a pair, you flop the flush draw.
50.
A bevy of outs, a buffet of outs as we call it.
I think Heron may be the favorite at this juncture. It's close, though.
Any spade, any queen, any ace. 15 outs, even money, almost. Well, he's also got a backdoor straight draw, so it's even better than that.
Not better now, not no more. Now Schriebman saying, hey, I got a good chance here. You ain't taking me twice with the big crackers. Actually, he doesn't saying much at all. Schriebman's stone-faced like a wall. And the deuce of diamonds
Good luck, guys.
knocks Mark Heron, who managed to stay around far more than his cards warranted, Kenneth. It's a very brave fifth.
It sure is, but he's looking to get out of this hot box as quick as possible.
You can find out more on all things poker by logging onto our website www.5.tv/poker. There's everything you need to know on there about poker, including how to play and what beats what. You can also watch video tutorials and interviews with top players, get all the info on the World Open, and of course there's our competition. Click on Win to enter.
Pass.
What's the mistake?
Pass.
Nobody having a hand. It's folded around to Jeff Schreibman on the button,
I feel like this
or
is
actually
the
in the
most,
small blind. And he has the Rockets
Wow.
now.
I was going to say, I feel like this is the most explosive matchup at the table. Schriebman and Patton. There's potential here for...
Well, there's a potential for Schriebman to go broke, slow playing the 2 aces. How about this? He flops quads.
Yeah, I think Schriebman
Check.
can afford to check several times to allow Luke to catch up, and that may be his intentions. He's trying to keep his emotions in. I've got 4 aces, he's shouting on the inside.
He's just praying that Patton can make something.
Look, Ma, 2 pair. Deal him quick.
Check.
And Schriebman is playing this very well to get action. Will Luke fall for the bait?
7,000.
Well, that disgusting check by Schreibman should send
Okay,
warning
7,000
bells
14
to
total.
Patton.
Minimum re-raise. And if Luke gets hard-headed here, it's going to be a long, long way down.
Well, there's nothing really for him to get hard-headed about, Jesse May. He's got 9 high.
Re-raise 30.
Oh, no.
Wow. You are correct.
Yes.
He's hard-headed with his creativity. He's trying to push